What's up? Rupert and Trav here from Grounded Permaculture Action Party, coming to you from the beautiful Numbamba Valley. And we've accessed the cheat code. We've got some mulch. They've been doing some work down the road. They're dumping mulch. So we're putting it into the garden, into our market garden here, where we've got cabbage and garlic, bananas, ginger, taro, the works. This is a syntropically inspired market garden, right? We've got our perennial rows on the outside, middle, and very edge. 3 rows in between that we sort of rotate and just do veggie crops, right? And as we're doing this, I'm kind of thinking to myself, you know, it's kind of like cheating. From a purist syntropic perspective, this is cheating. Look at this. I'm bringing in high quality hardwood forest mulch. It's already been mechanically broken down. It's like I'm skipping a few years ahead in succession and bringing it back in time to a grassy meadow and putting in this mulch. It's kind of cheating. It's kind of like applying chemical fertilizer in the sense that under the current management, this just gets absorbed and lost into the ground. And in a year's time or 2 years' time, it's slower than chem. We're back to where we started, right? It's not necessarily going to increase the soil carbon on the long term. It literally just gets eaten alive. But we're not about the purest approach. We're about just working with what we've got. And can't afford to get mulch out here. No one will actually even drive it out. But we got mulch down the road for free, so we're just putting in the time and we're applying it. Because even though it's cheating and we're adding inputs into the system, they're available resources, and we're going to inoculate it with mushrooms. What's the mushrooms? We've got King Stroff and this other one. Something blue Digi's got his hands on. It's going to hold moisture in the soil for us over summer. It's going to suppress weeds. There's so many benefits, right? So even though this is syntropically inspired, we're technically not at a syntropic standard because we are still adding inputs. Like we've got other systems where we don't add any inputs anymore. It's more forest dynamic mulch that's got going on. What do you reckon, Trav? What's your take on it?
I think it's still syntropic, and we're going to fill those gaps between the bananas. You know, we're still learning, we're still figuring things out. Mm-hmm. And as we fill those gaps, that very stuff is going to take this place. It's going to be what we lay in those rows in the walkways to feed everything. So I don't see it as cheating. I see it as you're making use of what you got around you. In syntropic, if you're keeping regeneration at the top of your list, that's what we're doing. And I think we're not really into chasing our tail, breaking our back, doing this over and over. Eventually we'll have it growing here and it will feed our stuff and we won't have to do this anymore. Right now we're just using what we got.
That's right, using what we got, and it does make the paths look beautiful, right? I always do say that the secret to a good garden is a good path, because when you have a good path, you want to walk down it. Like, look what's forming here. I think cheating because it's like to get the.
What is like cheat
like
code?
it's like a natural cheat code, right? Because to get fungus growing, you need all this mulch, right? But typically you would need to grow a lot of biomass. You have to wait a long period of time for it to break down like this. And so it's like it's not even cheating. It's like nature hacking, biohacking, right? Because it's like, oh, this is what's going on in nature. I can like accelerate that with these mechanical blades that chops it all up, makes it easy to move around, makes it feel like, you know, an outdoor carpet, suppresses the weeds, holds moisture, and is going to grow us the King Stroff mushroom. So it's like, yeah, not cheating. It's more like a nature hack, right? And, you know, some people go to all this effort to try and make compost, right? And I used to do it. You make compost in a certain place and then you have to move it again to put it in the garden. The organic matter, the compost, it just like literally gets eaten up by the soil and disappears. It's how you're managing it. So it's cycling that carbon around. And the best way to hold it in the soil is in living biomass. So that's really what I've at the heart of, syntropics, it's literally maximize the photosynthesis by maximizing your biomass production, by leveraging every plant in every strata, in every stage of succession. Number one. And then number two is pruning and chopping and bringing that biomass down strategically throughout the seasons, throughout this process of succession, so that you're harnessing and leveraging those natural processes to get and grow whatever you want. Whether you want to grow garlic, cabbage, banana, ginger, taro, sweet potato, whatever you want. It's just understanding those natural processes and how you can leverage it to get the outcomes that you want. That's the take for today. Hope you enjoyed.